What we learned in last class? Hmm? Right, first question. How many objects available in OBIEE 10G? Three objects. What are those? Presentation, catalog, next presentation, table, next presentation, column. Next, how many objects available? How many objects available in 11G or 12C? What are objects? Four objects. What are those? Subject, area, next presentation, table, presentation, column, hierarchy, object, hierarchy object. Hierarchy object. Next, based on what we will create, subject areas. Based on what we are going to create subject areas. Based on what we are going to create it? Based on roles. Human resource absence is one role. Human resource payroll is one role. How many roles are available? That many subject areas we are going to create it. So that tomorrow we can provide permissions easily. Right. That is very clear. Next. What is alias? What is alias? Huh? What is that?
Same copy of the table.
Excellent, excellent. The spelling is very important. ALIAS I written, not the ALIASES. Okay, it is a virtual. It is a virtual physical table. It is a virtual physical table. It is available. This option is available. This option available in physical layer. This option available in physical layer. Next, what is aliases? What is aliases? What is aliases? To track old names. What is aliases? It is useful to track old names of presentation layer objects. Presentation layer objects. That is what the use of that one. Whatever renamings you are doing, keep on that old name will be attached to the aliases. 10 times you rename it, 10 old names will be available under the aliases. Out of these 10 names, any name using your report is available. We do not worry, it will be automatically executed. You written some static calculation in the reporting side, case when this column name is equal to something. Even though that column name you renamed it, in the front end it's showing the same column name, it will execute by taking help of aliases. Okay. Now we are clear about that point. Next, can I create nested folders? Yes or no? Yes. How many levels can I create nested folders? How many levels? Okay, no limitation. Yes. And what is this? No limitation. No limitation. Next point. Next point. What about 10G? What about 10G? That continuation answer is better. I can write here 3 points. I'll write it. Answer is like first question answer is yes. Next is what? No limitation. Third is what? In 10G only 2 levels. We'll call it as 2 levels or 1 level. Inside one folder we can create one more folder. That's it. I think we can call that 1 level, right? Getting my point? Songs, in that one English songs. That's it. Only that's how we can create it. Under the English songs, you cannot divide again as a movie name wise. So it's a 1 level of the nesting. 1 level of the nesting. So 1 level nesting. In 10G we can do this one, but we can do only for what? 1 level of the nesting only we can do it. We cannot do more than that. Okay, that's what the 3 questions. 3 questions answers are available. Next, can you sort? Can you organize? Instead of the sort, I can say organize. Organize presentation tables or presentation columns. Answer is what? Yes, we can do that one. We did yesterday the sorting. We have chance to do it. Okay, next. Can you create a business model? Sorry, a subject area from multiple business models. Can you create a subject area from multiple business models? See the diagrams. Yesterday we written 2 diagrams, right? I asked you to write the diagrams. Can you create a subject area from multiple business models? Yes or no? No. Okay. Next point. Can you create n number of subject areas? N number of subject areas from one business model. From one business model. Yes. Next. Can you drag hierarchy object from BMM layer to presentation layer in 10G. And in 11G or 12C. What is the answer? In 10G? No. In 11G or 12C? Yes. In 11G or 12C? Yes. So this is what we learned yesterday. Now today we'll go and try to understand rest of things. Let me open our RPD. I am giving control to someone. Yeah. Rinku Sharma, I am giving control. I gave the control. Please open administration tool. Yeah, please, Rinku Sharma, you there? Hello.
Yes, I already opened.
In your
I already opened RPD.
you open in your mission, you have to open in my mission.
Oh, really? Okay. I did I open in my machine?
Yeah, that's right. You open in your mission. You have to open in my mission. Right. So there you have to open administration. Now open offline. File menu. Open offline. Then we have our RPD where in the D drive in 160 folder. Our RPD is available. Right. Select it. Open. Open. Now provide the password RR capital ITC small 123. Okay. Maximize it. Right. Now we are seeing here what is the color of this one? Green color. If it is available green color, your RPD is correct. If it is available in the green color, your RPD is correct. Let me do wantedly some mistakes so that you can answer one question. Tell me some of the errors what you faced while you're developing your RPD. To answer that questions, wantedly I will do some mistakes. We'll see the error messages. For example, first mistake I am doing, let me expand this core. Let me expand this fact sales. I want to create here one column. I want to create it. Let us go and try to create one column. Yes, right click on the fact sales, new object, logical column, logical column, logical column. Now provide here name, some name give it as XYZ, give some name as XYZ. We given the name as XYZ, we given. That's it. I don't want to give any formula also backend. Click on OK. Now tell me this XYZ has any mapping with the any physical columns? No. Whereas if you take this dollars, dollar is mapped with ACTL EXTND column. If you go and try to see internally this dollars, it's saying as I am coming from where? I am coming from, what is this? Fact orders. Fact orders is nothing but this is what the fact orders, right? And dot what it is saying? ACTL EXTND. For more details we have here. This is the database name, this is the schema name, this is the table name or alias name, whatever it is applicable. Table name or alias name. Then what is this? Column name. But in case of this column, do we have any mapping? Derives from, nothing is available, and mapped to, nothing is available. If we create a column which is not a member of or which is not mapped to any physical columns, then what will happen? We'll see it. How to test now entire RPD? Go to the file menu. There is a check global consistency. Now what it's saying? Business model core is not consistent. Do you want to mark it is unavailable for queries? Yes. Click on yes. Now error. Error is because of which column it is error? Logical column. What is the name of the logical column? XYZ. What it is saying? Logical column fact sales XYZ has no physical data source mapping. Has no physical data source mapping. So most of the errors whatever you are going to get it. 90% above. By reading this error description, you'll able to solve the problem. Only 10% of errors are there. Problem is in one place, but error will tell something else. Okay, are you getting my point? Error will be telling something else, but problem is in somewhere else. But most of the 90% errors will be direct point to point. Okay, this is what the object problematic object like that. Now, by seeing this one, we understand what is the problem. So what I did is, I am going here, I am trying to map here, let us say any one column I am mapping here. For example, sorry, yeah. Please go on mute. If you are not speaking with me, please go on mute and speak with others. Thank you. Right. Now we have here, for example, CM dollars. I am trying to drag and drop CM dollars here. Then if you go and try to see internally what happened, CM dollars is mapped. If it is mapped here, if you go to the file menu, then check global consistency. Now what it's saying, previously it was, what was the color? Grayed out color, right? And we have some red symbol on that one. And now it is saying as what? Consistent. Immediately turn into what? Green color, and there are no errors or warnings. Okay, that is the one point. Second point, again I am creating here one logical column. This time I am giving the name is XYZ1. Now go to the column source. I can get the column mapping from two places. This is a logical column, whatever you are creating it, that may be mapped with, what is this? Physical layer, or it may be mapped with existing columns of the BMM layer. Existing columns of the BMM layer. For example, let us say I am trying to take here derived from existing columns using an expression. Click on here, edit expression. Now we can observe fact sales. For example, unit ordered minus then unit shipped. I am doing here, okay. Now this column is coming from physical layer directly, or it's coming from BMM layer objects? It's coming from BMM layer objects. Core is a business model name. Fact sales is a logical table name. And unit ordered is a logical column name. Now I am trying to click on here, okay. Now we got here XYZ1. If I go to the file menu, check global consistency, it is not throwing any error. Okay, right. Now, for example, I am writing here, I am renaming this one for our understanding purpose. Let us say we written the formula. For what formula we written? It is a pending orders, right? Pending orders, right? Because unit ordered minus unit shipped. How many orders we got it today? How many orders we delivered today? Or how many pending orders are available? Now, if you go and try to observe, yesterday you created some folder, database columns, derived columns like that. You can drag and drop this pending orders happily here, you can drag and drop it. But tomorrow when developers came is observing the BMM layer. Here, luckily 5 columns are available, it is okay. If I have 100 columns, then if it is better if you are able to organize here also, okay, these columns are database columns, these columns are revenue calculation columns, these columns are tax related calculation columns, these columns are something like that, we are able to organize, that will be excellent. Can you organize in that way? There is no folder concept in the BMM layer. However, we can provide some comment lines. How we can provide some comment lines is, right click on this fact sales, new object, logical column. I am writing here some comment line equal to something. Name I am giving. I am saying as derived columns. What is the meaning? Under this one, whatever we have it, everything is what? Everything is what? Derived columns. And I am trying to click on OK. This one I am trying to organize in the position called as like this. Error. Logical table compile message. Logical column as no physical data source mapping. Okay, fine. Now we are able to organize or not. Now if you go to the file menu, check global consistency, it's saying as what? Not consistent, because the problem is with this column. Okay, that problem we can avoid it by taking help of some kind of formula. I am writing it. The formula is, let us say, dummy column to organize database columns and derived columns. I am saying it's a dummy column. Okay, now click on OK. Okay, single code we have to provide it. I provide the double code. I have to provide. Some tools will accept double code, some tools will single code. That is the confusion. Now, if you go and try to see here, file menu, check global consistency. Now, what is saying? It is consistent. Now, tell me, is this column is mapped to any physical column? Is this column is mapped to any logical column? No, it is just comment line we written. The comment line purpose, internally we written some story. You can write simply one also, you can write it and you can leave it, whatever you want it. But more information purpose I given like that. Now, so you people understand this first point, what are available, you understand. If you want anything, all logical columns are mapped directly or indirectly to one or more physical columns, yes or no? In online mode, we can see error, transaction update failed if you are not mapping like that. If you suppose RPD is in online mode and you are testing it, then this is what the error message is going to throw. If you are doing an offline mode testing, then what is going to throw? As no physical data source mapping. That's what we are seeing it. However, here one small star mark is applied. What is that? If it is a comment line, there is no need of mapping to the any physical columns. What is the indirectly mapping means what? What is the meaning of indirectly mapping? Suppose this column I created using these two columns, but still I can say this from here it is came, yes or no? Because this column is depending on what? This column. This column is depending on what? This column. That is what the meaning of indirectly. Okay, first point is clear. What is the second point? All logical dimension tables should have a logical key. All dimension tables should have a logical key. If you go and try to observe, I have here tables. Number one called as customer. I have what is the column? New key. New key symbol is available or not? Key symbol is available. And also if you want to see internally, double click on this customers. There is an option is available. What is this? Keys. This new key is acting as a what it is? Primary key. New key corresponding logical name is this is the logical name. That is acting as what? Primary key. Okay, that's clear. Now what about the products? Products also, product key is acting as a primary key. What about the time? Time also, day key is acting as a primary key. What about the fact table we have here? Do we have any primary keys? No. For fact table, there need not be any primary key. Why? Because on fact table, we are not going to create any hierarchies down the line. And fact table, primary, whatever keys are available, right? Whatever keys are available, right? That keys are already available in the dimension table. Fact table primary key means, can I say, fact table primary key means, can I say, combination of all dimension tables whatever joined, those all keys together, can I say primary key of the fact table? Are you getting my point? This fact table is joined with what? Customer, product and time. Customer key plus product key plus time key. These three things combination, can I say as the record is unique? Yes. And these three columns already I have in the BMM layer for the reporting. Why I have to take again from this customer key? If I am taking from here to here, I am taking it, let us say. Already customer key is available, right? Why you are duplicating it? If you take here, let us say period key from year to year, already we have the period key, right? Why you are duplicating it? That is the reason key columns, even though you are not taking the BMM layer, it works. Why? Because which are not required, already available for the business reporting purpose if really customer looking for it. Okay. Final point is what? Each and every dimension table should have primary key. If not, what will happen? Okay, let me wantedly delete primary key on one table, not the column, primary key on one table. Let us do that one. Double click on customers. Then we have here first row, select it and delete it. Select the first row, right side we have the delete option. Okay. Okay. Now you deleted the column or you deleted the only primary key? Previously this column is acting as a primary key column. Now it is acting as what? Normal column. Descriptive column. Now go to the file menu, check global consistency. File menu, check global consistency. Check global consistency. Yes. What it's saying? Error. Because of what? Dimension customer does not have a properly defined primary key. Dimension customer does not have a properly defined primary key. Logical table customer has no defined key. That's what the problem. So let us go and try to revert it. I mean to say create the key column. Double click on the logical table. Then give some key name as primary key. Then select the column as new key. Then click on here, drop down of the primary key, select the primary key. In the top we have the drop down of the primary key, top, totally top. No. Primary key opposite, yes. Whatever we give the logical name here, this is the logical name actually. Whatever name you give here, that name will be appears in the drop down. That we are going to select it. This is a, for this key, it is a logical name. Now we are trying to click on OK. Okay, next point. What is the next point? All logical tables have logical join relationship to another logical table. All logical tables have a logical join relationship to another logical table. Meaning what? Meaning what? For example, now we have here core, right click, business model diagram, whole diagram. One join whatever available, I am deleting it. Now one independent table is available here, right? Now go to the file menu, check global consistency. What it's saying, the logical table dim customers is not joined to any other logical table. The table is independent, right? That's why it's throwing this problem. Okay, we understand the problem. Close it. Now create the join. Click on the new join. Now drag and drop from the fact table to customers table. Okay. Right. Now go to the file menu, check global consistency. File menu, check global consistency. What is saying is consistent, there are no issues. Okay. Now it's showing in the green color. Next point. There are at least two logical tables in the business model. Out of these two tables, one should be what? Fact table, one should be what? Dimension table. Both may be coming from same physical table. Suppose, let us say I am asking question like this. I have one table in the database. In entire database, I have what? Only one table only available. In entire database, I have only one table is available. From that, I want to get in entire database This is the database, let us say. From this database, whatever we have it, we want to develop here one RPD. We have to develop it. Okay, then from this RPD, we have to develop the report also. Are you getting my point? We have to go for database to RPD to what? Report. But how many tables are available here? I have here only one table is available. Only one table is available in the database. How I can do that? Yeah. Alternative solutions are, we have here some alternative solutions. Those solutions are number one, what is this? Creating duplicate table in BMM layer. Meaning, for example, I am trying to create here, let us say, right click, new business model. I am giving, let us say, ABC business model. I am taking here one table, I am taking that is called as D1 products, or you can take the anything, whatever you wanted. D1 products, I am taking it. Now D1 products table is came here. Now I am trying to right click on this one, then duplicate this one. I duplicated. Now right click, business model diagram, whole diagram, create the join between these two things. Okay, then close it. Now go to the file menu, check global consistency. Is it throwing any error? Business model ABC does not have corresponding subject area. Why you developed the business model, tell me? For the reporting, right? But if it didn't take it into the presentation layer means, is it visible to the business users? It is unnecessary object. That is the reason it is throwing this error. Okay, ABC, whatever we have it, we have to drag and drop into a presentation layer. I drag and drop. Once you drag and drop, again from here also I can check it again. Check all objects again. Click on the check all objects. What is saying here? Error message changed or not? What is error message changed? Does not have properly defined primary key. Could not load navigation space. So each and every dimension table, out of these two things, which is dimension table? This one. This has no primary key. So I am trying to create here primary key. The primary key column. The primary key column, let's say product key. The product key column, we are selecting it. Okay. Now go and try to check here all objects. Now what is saying? It is consistent. Now that means using only one table also I can go and I can provide for the reporting or not. If you don't want this duplicate here, you can delete it. You taken this table only for the purpose of what? To overcome the issue. Really I have no idea of developing the reports from this duplicate table. To overcome the issue of the error, I am trying to create the duplication. Got it? Okay. That is the one solution. Second solution is what? You can create the alias in physical layer. On one table, you have no limitations. You can create n number of aliases. You can create it for join, issue to overcome. If only one table is available, it is not allowing it, right? That is the reason we are giving here like that, and we are trying to drag and drop here. Now this duplication is not needed now. This duplication is not needed now. Now right click on the ABC business model diagram, whole diagram. Now we are trying to create here join. So I am creating the join. Then go to the file menu, check global consistency. Now what is saying? Not consistent. What is the reason? No primary key. So we'll create the primary key on this table. So double click on this one. We'll select here some name and some key, and this has a primary key. Okay. Now go to the file menu, check global consistency. What is saying? Is consistent. Some warning is available, but there are no errors. How many messages we have it? Display error messages, warning messages. Two types of messages we have it. Okay, warnings it's okay, errors should not be there. Right. Now we understand it. The second point. What is the third point? mark as a lookup table. If you don't like this solution also, then what you can do is you can delete this one, and whatever table we have, the table in the general page, what is the option? Lookup table option is available. You can select this lookup table option, then okay, lookup table must have a primary key. Primary key is not there, so it's not allowing. Let me keep here first primary key. Let me keep here one primary key. Then try to double click on this. In the general tab, select what? Lookup table. Okay, now it is accept or not? Now if you go to the file menu, check global consistency. Even though one table is available, it is accepting because it is not a normal table, it is a lookup table. What is lookup table? We will talk about it later. Now, if I given this kind of requirement, are you in a position to do it or not? I have only one table man in database. Using the table, you have to develop the RPD. Using the table, you have to develop the report also. If I given like that, you are in a position to do it or not? Yes. Some workarounds are available. 3 workarounds: duplicate in the BMM layer, or create the alias, or use the lookup option. Now, next point. There are no circular join relationships. I think this is not time to discuss about this. We'll discuss once I create a second fact table. As of now, only one fact table is available. There is no circular joins available here. Next is what? A subject area exists for the business model. If you go and try to observe, suppose I am deleting the ABC here. Then if you go to the file menu, check global consistency, it's throwing what? Error. Why? Because there is a business model is available, but the corresponding subject area is not available. That's what the issue. So each and every business model should have corresponding at least one subject area. Okay, we understand that one. I am deleting this ABC. Now go to the file menu, check global consistency. It is free from errors and warnings. Now, consistency check manager. Did you get chance to see this window? Yes or no? Consistency check manager window. Did you get chance to see this window? Yes.
No, sir.
No? Till this point of time, we have been working with that window only. If you go to the file menu, check global consistency. Whenever we have errors, actually, the errors we are seeing in that window only we are seeing. Let me delete this.
Okay, sir. We can
check global consistency. What is the window name? Consistent check manager window.
See? Okay, so manager.
And we have 0 warnings. And 2 types of messages we have it. So display consistency check messages are 2 types: errors and warnings. Errors must be fixed to make the repository consistent. Warnings, conditions that may or may not be an error. We must make sure there are no errors, and if possible, debug warnings also. This is very important point, sir. If possible debug warnings, I am saying, right? Better is make your RPD free from errors as well as warnings, because there are some warnings are available. There is a warning only in the RPD level, but throws error in the report level. That reason, as much as possible, try to make sure your RPD is free from errors as well as warnings. Okay. Now we are trying to close this, and we understand that point. Let me create this join. Then go to the file menu, check global consistency. Now we have no errors. Next point is what? How to check this one? We can check it by taking help of any of these things. You can go to the file menu and check global consistency, or you can go to the tools menu using show consistency checker. If you go for here tools menu, then show consistency checker, same window or not? Here what is the option available? Check all objects. I can go and I can check it. That is one more way. Third one is, if you go for any of these 2 methods, it's checking what? Physical layer, BMM layer, presentation layer, all the objects. But I changed only, let us say 2 business models are available. 2 business models are available, core and core 1. Suppose I want to test only core 1, not the core. How I can do that? You can right click on the core 1. There is an option called as check consistency. Suppose you want to test only one table, then what I can do? Check consistency. Only one column. Right click on what? Check consistency. So only one particular object, if you want to test it, you can do that one by using check consistency option. Am I clear? That's how we are going to do that testing. We are going to do it. Next one is architecture. Okay, we'll try to do the architecture.